Have you ever wanted a book that just walks you through the process of getting to vice president or the C-suite? Well, I wanted that book too, so I wrote it. Welcome into the channel. My name is Tom and I'm the founder of Vertical Motion, where we help good people become great leaders. And what that looks like is helping authentic, empathetic, and audacious people step up into the person that they know they can be so that they can become great business leaders and executives. If you want to learn more about what we do and how that works, there's a link down below in the description to learn. But what I want to talk about today is this book. This is the Executive Career Handbook, and I literally called it a handbook because I wanted it to be a step-by-step guide for what you should do to go from mid-career professional to vice president or C-suite or beyond. So first I'm going to explain to you why I wrote this book. Then I'll explain what you're going to take away from it. And then I want to walk you through how this book works. Now you can get a copy of this book yourself. You can go to wholeexecutive.com where you can get a digital copy along with an audiobook copy, or you can go to Amazon and buy the physical copy of the book. Search for the Executive Career Handbook by Tom Cox. All right, so let's talk about why I wrote this book. I started this book in early 2024 because I had spent all of 2023 looking for a resource that helped guide people from mid-career professionals to executives. And this is a little bit like the transition from colonel to general in the military, or from assistant coach to head coach in football, right? And so the idea here is that there is a bigger shift between one position to the other than most people realize. A lot of people think that a director, a vice president, a C-suite executive, they just do more of what a manager does. And that's not true. There's actually a whole bunch of new skills that you have to learn to move to the next level. And I have created an entire program, and all the content on this channel and my Instagram channel, all the content is around teaching the nuance of those things. Well, what I found is that there is no one single resource that actually teaches all of these things, and I was kind of surprised by that. For me, it took me 6 years to learn how to go from being a terrible executive to an okay executive, and then another 10 years to learn how to go from being okay to pretty good. And what I wanted to do was take those first 6 years of mistakes and misunderstandings and confusion that I had, and I wanted to turn that into a book. Some kind of resource that people could just open and get the answer for why they're stuck, get the answer for what they should do next. And so that's why I created this book. Now, the other reason I created this book is the same reason that I created this entire ecosystem, this YouTube channel, our Executive Career Accelerator programs, our products. The whole ecosystem here at Vertical Motion exists specifically because when I was sick with leukemia, I decided that I was going to spend the rest of my life teaching leadership. And at first that looked like me recording videos for my children after I'm gone, because they gave me 6 weeks to live. But once I found out that I might actually beat cancer and have more time, I decided to focus on teaching as many good people how to become leaders. And that's why this all exists. And this book is a resource for you. The people who are the good ones, the empathetic leaders, the ones who care about everyone else besides themselves as well, right? The ones that are focused on stakeholders, not shareholders. You're the ones that I wrote this for. And this book will help you understand what you need to change in terms of mindset and behaviors and actions in order to move to the next level in your career. So how does this book work? Well, there's 3 parts to it. And the first part really is all about mindset shifting. There's a bunch of beliefs that you have, that I had when I was at your point in my career, that are limiting you and are holding you back. And I want to knock them down one by one. And I want to install new beliefs in you. I want you to read part 1 of this book with an open mind. I want you to be willing to let go of preconceived notions that you have about the world. I see time and again a bunch of people complaining in comments of videos, not mine, but other people who have much bigger audiences, but they're complaining all the time about how the system is rigged and nothing ever works and it's all a farce. And while the system is terrible right now, it's not entirely rigged. And when you understand how to use the system the right way, it becomes a lot easier to navigate. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to not be the victim, right? I don't want you to be the villain. I want you to be someone who's excited to move forward and has a plan and is doing it the way that actually works. The second part of the book is all about the whole executive framework. And this whole executive framework is the core of my entire philosophy. How do you go from one level of a person to another? And this framework is explained in detail in the book. The framework is exactly what we have our 6-month coaching program students follow step by step by step. And I go into it in depth in this book. And this framework explains everything that you need to know from starting. Like, who are you? Understanding yourself, learning the skills that you need, learning how to attract recruiters and hiring managers to you, how to nail the interview, and then most importantly, what to do in the first 90 days when you actually do get an executive role. Finally, in part 3 of the book, I give you step-by-step instructions on how to get started, the things that you should do right now. And there's a companion workbook that comes with this that walks you through exercises that takes you step by step by step through the first parts of this. If you just read this book and do the exercises in the accompanying workbook, you're going to be far ahead of where you are now. And most importantly, you'll have the mindsets and the skills and the framework that most people don't when it comes to moving forward in their executive career journey. So you can get a copy for yourself if you go to wholeexecutive.com, and you can also get a copy on Amazon. You can get a physical copy on Amazon. You can get a digital and audio copy at wholeexecutive.com. Now, I'd love to hear from you if you do read this book, what you think about it. Is it a good book? Is it not? You can leave a review on Amazon, or you can just leave a comment here on YouTube and let me know what you think. Did you find typos? I think I found most of them, but maybe I missed a few. I'd love to just hear your thoughts on, was this impactful or not? How could it be better? Because I'd love to rewrite this in a way based on even more input and feedback than the 250 clients that I have, the thousands of people I've talked to. The more people who talk about and understand these concepts, the better the whole process and product gets. So hopefully you get your copy. Hopefully it will be impactful to you. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.